morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in life listening to this podcast. Here with Jonny Fairplay to break down season 46 of Survivor, the finale. Jonny and I both actually just focused on watching it. I was on tour with a friend's band. Jonny did a viewing party at Jax Taylor's in California for the finale. And it's always crazy, Jonny, when you're at a viewing party talking to everybody. But how have you been, Jonny? I haven't talked to you in a little over a week. Did the party go great? Give me the lowdown.
Yeah, I was actually in Los Angeles filming a show, and it was a mind fuck. I mean, just literally a mind fuck. And I wrapped on the show, jumped in an Uber, arrived at the party, and there's 200 plus people, and I'm like, wow. Like,
Dude.
so a pretty unique way to experience a finale. The crowd was insane. Thank you everyone that came. It was tremendous. Thanks to all the survivors that made it out there. Rachel Ako, Sugar, Skater Rob Z came out
Cool.
there. John Carroll flew out. OG John Carroll. And Mikey B, of course, was there pouring the Watertown whiskey for everybody, and it was a really cool deal. A very emotional, like the crowd was stoked. We had no current players there; they were all in New York, with the exception of one who was having their own party in Charlotte.
So Kenzie was by herself with her family in a more intimate affair. She was not.
No, she had a huge outdoor thing with like 1,000 people in Charlotte.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So no, it was not an intimate deal.
Okay, so it wasn't like she was like she made it a huge event party.
Yeah, like they had. Yeah, it was insanity. So no, my friends Al and Ryan were there, and DJ Festivus, who helps me with a lot of the North Carolina shows, helping with the trivia and DJ and and the commercial breaks and stuff. When we don't do the trivia, so it was a lot. And we had King George representing Reality After Show. He was at New York at Bryson Wynn's event, and he said it was crazy. He met some of the new survivors, some he chose not to.
Wow. That's interesting. Did the people that went to Kenzie's party say they had a great time?
Oh yeah. So actually, Al and Ryan, they're just like, because Jessica, my fiance, was here in North Carolina, while I was out filming, and then hosting a party, and they're just like, come out here, it's crazy. And my fiance's like, no, I had enough of this season already.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's cool. And like, obviously, we have a new winner added to the winners list.
There were no previous players, Matt, so it wasn't as if we were not going to have a new winner.
Yeah,
there is that. I mean, yeah. I understand your criteria, but I really feel there's a flaw in your system.
But I will say, out of some of the new era, like, I am totally cool and satisfied with Kenzie being the sole survivor.
So was Maria.
Yes. I mean, the fact that Charlie got screwed by his number one from day one, as I'm watching this whole season play out, Jonny, I'm looking at Maria and Charlie's relationship like a Dominic and Wendell, or like a Big Tom and Lex, or like a me and Michael Snow, like just super tight, sharing intimate conversations outside of the game. Just, they were very close. So to see it play out where Charlie does not get Maria's vote is odd to me. I'm cool with them like wanting to cut each other. Like, I know they're a threat and we might have to cut one another and go after each other before the end. But to pick the winner, I was kind of shocked that Maria did not vote for Charlie.
I think it's very representative of the new era. I am baffled and confused at the way players play the game in the new era, and I really think it changed. I feel we have Jesse Lopez to blame. Seeing him go after Cody back on 43, I felt it really set a precedence in the new era, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, we saw vote after vote, week after week, since season 43, all these players they establish their number one, and it's just like, okay, here's my number one. Now it's time for me to get rid of my number one. And I just don't subscribe to that thought process. I mean,
Right.
if you were my number one and I'm playing the game, I can own my moves that are like every move we do aren't going to be our move.
Right.
I will be able to separate what my move was versus your move and explain how I had more control, or this move was better, or any of the, I don't need to fuck you.
Yeah.
Beat
Right.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I just go the end with my friend, with my number one, and I beat my number one. And if
Right.
you don't feel that you can establish that, then you're not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not, like, if they're saying every single one of those people are like, yeah, I got to get rid of my number one, you're literally telling me you feel your number one is better than you.
Yeah.
And then all and by the same token, all these players playing for a move. I got to get one move.
Yeah.
I was responsible for every single vote on my season, but two.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Yeah.
So you know what my move was? Controlling the entire season, but 2 votes.
Yeah.
That was my move.
I don't get it because you're looking. What you're saying is, I remember like Liz getting so mad at Q, saying you blew up my game, like that should have been my move, and she's crying over something. It's just like, you really need more than one move, Liz, on your
not in the new
resume.
era, apparently. I mean, like they all, like, you go back to the final jury. It's just like, here was my move.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, like, it's just so short-sighted. So, I mean, and I honestly feel Kinsey did have more quote unquote moves, and that's why she won.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear that move thing.
Yeah, right.
And I think people wanted to hear. I mean, as I said, I feel like they're playing for that move, but they're not being rewarded for a move because that's asinine.
Yeah.
A move.
I know.
Go screw. What's a move? If you played the game, Matt, say we're friends, say we're enemies, don't care. You're in the final 3 and you're like, here was my move. Yeah. And I'm just like, this dude sucks. He's got a move.
I know.
Yep. It's just like, hey, do either one of the other 2 of you have more than a move? Because you got my vote.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, that's a move, one singular move. It's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. So with your seeing the final 3, obviously we have Charlie and we have Ben and we have Kenzie. Obviously, I knew going into this Ben was going to be a 0 vote finalist. God love him. I think Ben's probably really cool.
I don't even know if he's really cool. I God bless him. I wish him good. Yeah. I don't even wish him great. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel it's pretty self-indulgent to be out there with your night terrors. Like, you're not mentally or and psychologically prepared for this game.
I agree 100%.
And you don't need to be. I feel you're unfit for the game. And as I said, I'm sure you're a good person. I've heard enough people tell me that. Once again, like, I don't like the whole vibe, dude. Like, I like someone who is a friend, who I can trust, and who has a bank account. I mean, I'm 50 years old. I don't need a couch surfer in my life. I'm sorry. Right. As I said, God bless you. Good luck. Not a whole lot, because I'm really not that invested.
Yeah.
But the whole vibe, but it's just like, oh my God, Ben, how do you think you won that final immunity challenge? I'm like, well, the fact that he kept everyone up all night probably helped.
Dude, that's true. Yeah, because
I mean, right?
yes. I never thought of that.
No, Ben's on the island with me. I'm just like, hey, medical, this guy needs to go.
Yeah.
This is obnoxious.
Why do you think Survivor casting is casting people like obviously Ben had to know he has like anxiety or nightmares or whatever it is, right? And then Liz, obviously production had to know that she can't eat any food. And we saw her.
I by the same token, I enjoyed watching Liz suffer. Like
Yeah.
that was fun for me. So,
Yeah.
and her entitlement was just so obnoxiously over the top in a good way. I mean, like, you know, like I think for me personally, I enjoyed Liz because like, you know, I like seeing the bad stuff happen to her, and you know, and I'm a bad person. That's fine. I can live with that. I sleep well at night. I don't have night terrors.
Yeah.
So, but with Ben, with people liking him, like, you know, with the fan, I'm just like, oh, this makes me hate him even more.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he had a good experience. Wasn't his band playing in LA or New York?
I think his band was playing after most shows. Or like wherever Bryce and Wynn were traveling, I think he was doing the thing like the night after, like or the day after, or the day whatever. So
wow,
so good. Once again, good for him. I don't wish him any ill will. I'm just not going out of my way to wish him great will.
Yes.
He's possibly the most annoying character I found in the new era. Like I literally do not want to see that character on my television ever again. I just don't like it. Me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
right.
and to the people that do like or love Ben, I get it.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of Survivor.
There's a problem with casting as far as that quote unquote character. I don't like the vibe, man.
Yeah.
Fuck your vibe.
Because
I'm playing Survivor. I want to see cutthroat people play Survivor in a cutthroat game.
Yeah.
Not a person that has no idea what they're doing whatsoever.
I know.
That's not fun for me.
And we've seen a lot of players like that. People last season or whatever. The people
it's different, Matt. It's different.
Yeah.
That dude was literally playing for Sia money. And guess what? There's no more Sia money, folks. So,
I know.
So moving forward, for all you assholes that played like half a season because you're just counting on that $15,000 or $100,000, it's gone now. So now you have to play 26 days to win your money. So thank you, Sia, for hopefully giving me my game back of the game that I know and love, and that's people playing to win at the end.
Well, the only problem, Johnny, not to burst your bubble there, but I had read somewhere.
Oh, the Q money?
The Q is going to start stepping up.
Well, 20 grand is not life-changing, Matt.
Okay, but
20 grand is a good night at the casino for some of us, all right?
Yeah,
relax.
Yeah. But so Q is not going to replace Sia's big-time chunks. He's just going to give a little bit of money here and there, Q is.
I do want to declare right now, I enjoyed Q on this. I thought he was a bit much, beyond delusional. But you know, I would cast him. I get it. He's probably my top 10 of the new era contestants.
Yeah.
Delusional, beyond delusional. But I'd like to put it out here right now. I would love to play 50 just to take Q's money.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Thank you.
Because my opinion on Q, because I know, I'd be talking with like Dan and Alex and some of those guys are like, maybe not the biggest Q fan. I found Q entertaining. I found his the moves that he made that were so bad to be they entertain me because I'm like, why would you do this? So like I feel like at least when we're talking about like you're not a fan of Ben per se, and I might say, God, Johnny, like Banu, I was so glad when he left my TV because I wanted to see people play the game. At least this season we're talking about characters, whether we love them or we hate them, because I've been kind of indifferent some of the new era seasons to where I just like
apparently so is Sia.
So did Sia I see we saw Jeff Probst and CBS make a statement on behalf of Sia. Was there a statement from Sia herself, Johnny, about like why she chose not to do the money anymore?
I think the shorthand version of it was she watched the first few episodes. She did not enjoy it. Heard that it picked up, didn't care, and said she loved Banu, but it didn't matter. She wasn't giving Banu money or anyone else moving forward. She's done.
Yeah.
So attention, folks. Can we finally admit that the new era is a failure and go back to the Survivor that we all know and love, because we do love old Survivor? And we had Dalton Ross release the top every season of Survivor in order. Number 19 was season 45. Number 20 was season 45. Number 21 was season 46. And a lot of those kids probably would take that as a win. That means that there's 19 seasons immensely better than yours. That is not a win.
Yeah.
So old Survivor is better Survivor. 36 days is the optimal amount of time. Food auctions rock, loved ones challenges rock, and live reunions are awesome.
Yeah. So when I watched last night. I watched the finale. I wasn't blown away by the finale. It wasn't some epic.
They did have pinball.
Yes, they did. That was good, and I did like that challenge. But I don't know.
I enjoyed Charlie not getting his ball twice. That was my favorite part of it.
Yes,
and dumb Ben winning. I was like, yeah, that tracks.
But yeah, I mean, I did not even watch really the whole live reunion. I just don't think it's the same. I know they're trying to.
Oh, the Survivor after show?
Yeah, just after
wait. Well, Matt, to be fair, go to survivoraftershow.com and tell me what you think of that.
All right.
Because that'll take you that's a link to this.
Good.
I do own the URL survivoraftershow.com.
Well, good, because that's and by the way, for those listening to this podcast, throughout the season, or watching, Jonny has been doing a lot of the viewing parties, and when he is obviously out, Dan and Alex and myself and Wayne jumps on sometimes to bring you this coverage. And I just want to say thank all the listeners and supporters of the Reality After Show. This whole season, this is always so fun, whether we love the season or we don't. At the end of the day, we all are Survivor fans and are passionate about what we're doing. And we have so many cool new shows on the Reality After Show network. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. Jonny, is there anything like for those that are kind of popping in some new stuff we have going on that they might not know about?
Sure. I mean, for those of you that are watching The GOAT or not watching The GOAT and just want to check out a podcast, The GOAT is a new show on Amazon Freevee and Amazon Prime Video. And it is some of your favorite reality contestants playing to see who is the GOAT. It is hosted by Daniel Tosh from Tosh.0. You have Dave on from Big Brother, Wendell from Survivor, which he mentions multiple times per episode, that he's from Survivor and won Survivor, was on Survivor, loves Survivor. We have there's contestants from RuPaul's Drag Race and worst chefs or best bakers or something. It's Joey Sasso from The Circle was on there. Happily, he was off episode 1. Sorry, spoiler. I just don't like him. So yeah, there it is it's a very fun show. If you liked or if you loved House of Villains, you'll like the GOAT. But the GOAT podcast featuring Wendell Holland, Bryce Isaiah, and Derek Frazier from Big Brother. It is a wonderful podcast here on the Reality After Show Network. Also, you guys got a sneak peek at a new show that's coming out in the coming weeks, and that's Reality Kings with myself and King George from Australian Survivor. We have challenge of the coverage of the Challenge All Stars with Alex, Dan, and Lauren, and that's available weekly. We're revamping that in the upcoming weeks. We have another show, I believe, starting this week. Surprise, can't say anything yet. And then we have 4 more podcasts coming in the next month or so. So yeah, click that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out. Lots of fun stuff coming here to the Reality After Show network. So it's youtube.com/after show. If you'd like to watch, and if you're watching and would just like to listen, go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you pod, and type in Reality After Show and click that subscribe button. I think you're going to you're going to and you're going to smell what we're cooking, and you're going to like it.
There you go. Well, that rules. So I want to go back. We're going to kind of skipping around this, just an overall brief, just kind of overview of the season. I will say this season, I have enjoyed, Jonny, new challenges. It's not just over something, under something in a puzzle.
Sure.
They have done minor changes. So, hey, if the Survivor challenge people are listening, to the Survivor fans, I'm going to give you a check plus, because I've been enjoying the challenges. I think the little pinball deal and having to solve your puzzle made this very simple puzzle more challenging. I think that was clever, and so yeah, good job on the challenges.
Yeah, much improved, and I think we've all been at. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I don't. When we've had so many people memorize these puzzles and memorize these shit, that's not a good thing.
No,
and your job is to make challenges. So go ahead and make some new challenges. Yeah, the tried and true stuff. The stand on a beam or whatever. That's fine. Like I don't have a problem with that. But if you want to make modifications, that's fine too. But repeating puzzles that these kids have 3D printed and memorized. I mean, like I don't like it.
It's not fair. It's because that means it's not an even playing field.
Well, it is an even playing field because everyone can buy a 3D puzzle. But I mean, the requirement for the challenge shouldn't be buy a 3D puzzle, memorize it just like the other 4 people.
Yeah, right.
That's stupid.
It is. So I
honestly want fire making gone, because I feel every single person should have a machete, should have flint, and should have learned how to make fire before you go out there. If you can't, I feel like that should be the first challenge. To stay in the game, you have to make fire.
Yeah, right.
You get to the island, and everyone has a little thing, and and if you can't make fire, you don't get to play. Yeah. That's it. And end this Final Four bullshit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Because we see that in the fire making. Maria is gone, and it was obvious, once she lost the immunity challenge, it was basically not a surprise that.
And then Liz's wrists make noise, Matt.
Oh my God! She also claims Ben claims he's broke. Liz says she's a millionaire.
Yeah. But did you see? That was when Liz said, "Oh, hold on, I have my notes here. I took very beyond limited notes."
Yes.
When Liz is eliminated by way of fire, she says, "It was really over for you guys. I would have beat all of you." So here's the big reveal. I don't know if you caught this on over at with Rob C. Liz, in fact, was not a millionaire. And that was going to be her big reveal.
That she's not a millionaire.
Yes.
To try to get them to feel sorry.
And she tricked them into, she was controlling their minds.
Wow. So she's trying to do the opposite of what Sherry Beethman did on my season.
Yes.
Sherry was a millionaire.
Yeah.
Sherry claimed that she needed the money to put her kids through college.
And to buy pretzel mix for her 18 pretzel businesses.
Yes. Yes. But Liz's whole that's a move, I guess.
It's also a mood, as Ben would say. I feel Ben. There's a lot of similarities between Liz and Ben.
Oh yes, dude. So yeah, the fire.
I don't think I want either one of them at my house.
Yeah. Oh shit, Liz.
So what do you think of that? Do you like the lying about being a million? I mean, like it's new.
I don't. I mean,
okay. So if you're on the jury And she goes, "Hey, by the way, I know I've been annoying and obnoxious, and the only way that was remotely palatable is just like, oh, you're this arrogant millionaire that doesn't know any better." But then for the final reveal to be, you're not a millionaire, so it's just like you're just you're just an arrogant ass.
Yeah, I know. Plus, I wouldn't at that point. I don't think I would believe the person. I would be like, I don't even know if you're telling the truth now. Like, I can at
Well,
least know
I feel a
that.
dead giveaway was her addiction to. I don't know too many millionaires that eat at Applebee's,
True, true.
not by
That
choice.
yeah, that
Like
was
maybe if you own a chain,
yeah.
and then
That is a dead giveaway,
you're there for just quality control more than anything else.
dude. That is true. You would have called that out day one. If Liz was like, "I'm a millionaire," you'd be like, "Liz, if you were a millionaire, you would not be eating at fucking Applebee's.
Yeah.
You'd be
So,
eating at Jeff Ruby's Steakhouse."
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
And
wow.
I had scoured her social media, and I was just like, "There's no way this." I mean, like there was evidence to state otherwise.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, going into the fire, now that Liz is out on fire making,
Yeah.
It's Kenzie, Ben, and Charlie. Are you kind of feeling that Kenzie is going to be the winner based off of the jury and who's on there? Was it a dead giveaway, or did you think Charlie had it?
Oh, I don't love Taylor Swift or the guy that talked about her for 13 episodes. I did
Yeah. So you were
yeah.
not a Charlie. You were not a fan of Charlie's.
I wasn't. He's just not my kind of play. He's a little too not for me.
Mhm.
So once again, I'm sure he's very nice.
Yeah, no, dude, I
So
totally
I mean,
get
like
it.
I'm allowed to like who I'm like. Supposedly I'm not allowed to say if someone's attractive or not. You're wrong. I can and I am.
Yeah.
But I don't like Charlie's just not my kind of player.
Yeah,
So and
right.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So I liked Venus. Venus reminded me of Angelina, who is one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah, I love
Like
Angelina.
and so I was rooting for Venus. Some of those same qualities felt were exhibited by Liz. I wasn't rooting for Liz, but I wasn't in a hurry for Liz to go home either. So
Mhm.
I enjoyed watching Liz not eat. That made me happy, and I loved her delusions of grandeur.
Mhm. And her breakdown at Q at that Applebee's challenge, that was one of the craziest moments in the last however many seasons. That was a memorable moment. So
That was the best moment in the new era. So
yeah,
well that and Jesse
yeah.
Lopez. Those are
Mhm.
the two greatest moments of the new era.
Yeah, I agree.
So
So do you
and
think
when the people that won the first 3 seasons of the new era, whose name we don't remember.
yeah.
Yeah. you know.
Well, that's so funny. Oh my
Okay.
god, dude. Um,
remember when they won?
yeah, I have to think about who the fuck
No, you don't. You don't have to
and
think
we
about it.
podcast
It's
about
not
this
there.
shit.
Like
Yeah,
think all you want.
I know. So
I'm kidding. Her name's Erica. She had 4 minutes of airtime in 13 episodes. It's okay,
yeah,
folks. I know
I
who it
know.
is.
All I remember is the hourglass twist, which I
Oh, we
hated so
loved it.
bad. God,
Fuck the food auction, Matt. We got the
God,
hourglass. What's your problem? You don't
dude.
get it.
Fuck fire tokens. Fucking okay. So people finding idols and not using them. What is your take on it? I am highly annoyed. It makes the idol stuff pointless
What
to me.
I hate idols. I always have. If my plan on fans versus favorites when the idols sing there, I was just gonna throw it wait for no one to be around and just throw it in the ocean.
Yeah.
So which second thought, I should have just been like, I'm taking this home and selling it on eBay because
Yeah, yeah,
I extra don't care, but would appreciate the money, and I'm sure someone would handsomely pay for it.
right.
But no, I think Trishelle summed this up. We there's been some great people and there's been some okay people in the new era of Survivor. And Trishelle who won Traitors. So if you don't appreciate or qualify her opinion, you're wrong, because she won one of the hardest shows ever, and whoever, unless you're someone that won Traders, you didn't. So I don't
Yeah.
care what your beliefs are on this. But
Yeah.
but Trishulle's feelings are production are building up these people that maybe weren't the coolest people going into Survivor, and
Mhm.
telling them that they're awesome and that they're important. And then when they get these idols, they're, when all signs scream, play your idol, their reply is, oh, no, 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 no. Production has told me that I'm important. I don't need to.
Yeah.
And I think there may be something to that.
So production is, because when you're in a confessional, production can make you question things. Like, let me just tell everyone, Survivor is not a scripted show, but you do go on your confessionals, which is the storytelling of the entire purpose of Survivor, how this person got from day one to day whatever to win the game. You go, you'll sit down, and producer will start asking you questions.
Yeah. And depending
And
upon how relevant you are to the show, you're either getting 5 minutes or an hour's worth of questions.
yes, so you're sitting there, so they can start saying like, well, Q, you got a good game going. I know you have that idol, but do you think you're even going to need to play your idol, considering how good you are in the hierarchy of the game?
Yeah.
And
And
Q
you're
might
also
have,
trying to, production is also, keep in mind, folks, you're trying to make a television show. You don't want a dud, sitting there slumped over with no confidence.
yes,
Like, that's garbage TV. So you do want to pump these people up.
yeah,
But, like, as we hear Ben, say, like, I wanted to play with, less bravado and more emotion, and good for you. You're you're not a part of this conversation because you've played with neither. You didn't play.
mhm,
You just so, but like, so you want these people to be larger in life. That's what a great television character is. But that false confidence is just like, oh, hey, you're great, but is someone holding your kryptonite?
mhm,
And can you
right,
block that kryptonite with something in your arsenal?
yeah, yeah. Well, I know it's a record, amount of idols found and not played, but I feel like it could have added to the show when there's, just there are moments when someone plays an idol and it totally turns the game upside down. And
Okay,
I
I
agree.
have a question. Bloody Money 47.
Yeah,
Why Maria not searching for the idols? Baffling me. Was there one more idol available when she lost that immunity? I felt like they were looking,
yeah. I
because
mean,
remember Kinsey, who won the challenge with the assist from Liz,
yes.
goes out to talk with Maria. Maria's like, are you following me? So no, I think Maria was searching for the idol.
Hmm. Yeah, and maybe they didn't like show her desperately doing
Using
so,
a
but
stick, poking holes with sticks instead of using your hands. They didn't show that. Okay, well that's probably good, because I would have yelled at the TV on that.
yeah.
Do you stick your hands in holes, Matt?
Yes, I
Yep,
do.
same.
I do. I
Yeah.
do.
Oh my god! Speaking of holes, so I just watched the finale this morning. I hosted a finale party, and for those of you that are not good host at hosting things, I didn't watch. I worked the room because that's what you're supposed to do as a host. So I was looking up from time to time, and I was aware of what was happening, and and I'm fully aware that Kinsey won, but I wasn't watching minute by minute, and so I watched this morning, and I just went to CBS.com and watched, and as a result, I was forced to watch commercials. So
Mhm.
it started, and the commercials on CBS.com are not the commercials that you're watching on CBS proper.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like those
Yeah.
they're not those commercials. I don't know the commercials on Paramount Plus because I've always had the ad-free version, so I don't know what they're showing there. But I can tell you that it's very different online than what I was expecting. So it starts with a Blue Chew commercial.
Wow.
and it's like a rocket ship or something. It's like we have liftoff. And I was like, oh, okay. Blue Chew has been a proud sponsor of the Reality After Show and in the past. So I was just like, okay, I can get behind Blue Chew. Next is a commercial for Claire V.
What is that?
So it's these two girls in an elevator, and they look at each other. They go, smell check, and they go, yep. And so they breathe out, they go, and they smell each other's breath. They go, you're good. And then they hold up their arms. They do a pit sniff. They go, and then you see them look down. And one of them looks at the other one and goes, trust me, I'm good. Because she takes Claire V.
Dude, that's funny.
I was not prepared for this at 7 a.m.
No. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Because when I'm watching Vanderpump Rules on Peacock and a commercial comes on, dude, there's two that always pop up. It's a women's pubic hair, like I got hair everywhere, and it shows them, just like shaving their pubes, and then like Happy Trail kind of shit, for like. Anyways, it's a pubic hair trimmer ad, and then the other one is a more than just your armpits and whatever smell. This is body deodorant. So I'm assuming, they're showing that girls put it on their, down there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the commercials are like that. What you're describing and what I saw. Apparently there's clientele that watch these shows that need advertised to.
Yeah,
pretty
well,
wild.
I listen. I started with the Blue Chew. I would be remiss if I didn't mention watching WrestleMania. My favorite targeted marketing ever in the history of targeted marketing ever. Well, there was a match sponsored by Dude Wipes, and I assure you, that crowd needed Dude Wipes more than any crowd ever in the arena and watching at home. I was just like, you guys. Money well spent. I just require a shower the week of if you're going to be in attendance with me, and half these people are missing the mark there. So, Dude Wipes, please, people,
please use them.
Invest, purchase, use. Thank you. Public service announcement. There we go.
So, the lack of family visit stuff, I think, is a big problem on Survivor.
Yeah. Sorry. My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic sounds nice. Check two. There we go.
That's awesome. But I would like to see the return of a live Survivor finale deal in Los Angeles like they used to do.
Yeah.
And I would also like to see the family visits. I mean, we don't have COVID, really. I mean, isn't COVID pretty much a thing of the past?
It's the flu now. Just
so
the flu is the flu.
So there should be no reason why they don't have the family visits. I know because it's a condensed game and stuff like that.
Matt, I would settle with Skype screens.
Yeah, I know. That's a good point. I would.
I mean, so I would prefer the people come out.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Skype screen could have happened this entire time.
Yeah, or just hand someone, like if I'm out there, dude, and I know that the family visit's not there, but I make it to the family visit and someone hands me an iPhone or an iPad and I'm able to FaceTime Tess and the boys, I'm still going to get the drop to my knees, sobbing, crying, telling my family.
I'm making fun of you. I'm using it against you. I'm just like, we got to get rid of Matt.
Yes, right? Yes. But they could do that. Why? You know what I mean? Like, and this is another reason why Australian Survivor is far superior.
God, having your loved ones on the final challenge sheet. I mean, you know what? If you want to be cheap, do that. Just have them on the final challenge. Steal Australia's idea.
Yeah. Wow, dude. But overall, I will say, starting off 46 with the Banu,
it was a bit much, show. but he was a big character. And have it. And what was our request going into this season? We want bigger characters. We got one.
Yep.
Was he horrific at the game? Yes.
Mm-hmm. He was, but it was he's gonna be memorable as shit. And
actually, he's not. I mean, like honest, like the last thing I thought when I watched today, what like until you brought up the Sia letter, I had not thought about Banu in weeks.
Yeah,
So
true,
he ain't that memorable.
but if we were sitting down, kind of like if I'm
Yeah.
thinking about right now, like some of the early vote offs, I'm like, shit, I don't remember some of those people, but I do remember Banu. Kenzie, I think, is a deserving winner. I think she was compassionate, helping Ben out in certain areas. I think early on being on a tribe with Q and Tiffany and people, I think there was a lot of turmoil and just bad luck happening. So the fact that she got to make it to the merge, plow through the game, a good social game. I think nothing was like crazy obnoxious. I'm happy with her as a winner. I mean, do you think she's a big Survivor fan, Jonny?
I don't know how big of. I mean, I can tell you. I should know. So, Kinsey was throwing Survivor parties in Charlotte, two different venues.
Yeah.
Throughout the season, and then she came to my Chicago, my Charlotte viewing party while I was there with King George, and she was very nice, and and took the time to take pictures with fans, at the conclusion of the episode. So she was there with her family. So I don't know I mean, I'm planning. I've already locked in some interviews. I will say not a lot of the current season, the current season of Survivor cast has reached out to me. In the past, usually a lot more do. I guess I'm mean and crotchety, and so, but I the ones I have talked to, I kind of and we give the disclaimer every time. It's just like, look, we're gonna say some mean things. We're sure in real life you're an awesome person, you're great.
Yes.
So, and I'm sure Ben is even awesome. Okay. I'm enough Ben. I just so enough Ben, enough Charlie. I like everyone else. You know what? I'm picking two. That's okay.
Yeah, Jonny, you've always and you've tried. Let me just put it this way: Jonny hated fucking War Dog more than life itself.
Yeah,
and then War Dog becomes
almost
one
came to
of Johnny's.
fisticuffs.
What's that?
Could have potentially come to fisticuffs.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, like War Dog is doing cast assessment podcast with us.
Oh
So
yeah.
Jonny, you could meet some people and totally change your mind. So yes, we are just going by what we see on a TV show.
And in addition, we're trying to entertain you guys. Okay,
Yes.
if you need to hear a podcast in which everyone says nice things about everyone, there's 30 other podcasts out there right now that got you covered. So we're just trying to have some fun here. We can be real. It's called reality TV. So I'm just trying to give you a little reality. So, but no. So I've locked in a few. We're going to be doing some postseason interviews. I reached Kinsey. We will have on. We will ask her what her Survivor knowledge was prior. For those of you that don't want to seek out these other interviews, it's just wait here. So I don't know who all we're going to get. I do know some that we're going to get, and I'll go out of my way to reach out and feel free to tell them to reach out. To me and Matt. As I said, we don't. I don't know. Matt looks like he bites. He looks like a rabid dog. And then I do bite, but I'm engaged now, so that's neither here nor there. So yeah. So now get ready. We will chat with Kinsey. But no, I think Kinsey was a good winner. I think what we've established, I think over the last 2, possibly 3 seasons more than anything else, is there has been an issue with casting. It has not been optimal, and we are getting weaker players than we've had in years past. And they're weeding out those players pre-merge, and that's great. But how about you weed them out during casting, and then just give us 8 more better players?
No, that makes sense.
So,
Casting, it's been a lot different um, than it has been, the Lynn Spillman era of casting.
yeah. No,
Did you
as
see?
I said, I think they've picked some. I think there's some good people in there. I
I do
just feel
too.
like, I didn't watch the next season on Survivor, but you were telling me there's this nerd that can't do anything. I don't need a nerd that can't do anything. So like I really, I mean, we literally heard Prope say, "I'm talking to casting. We don't need another Brandon and the other kid. And all that. We don't. We need to fix this in casting."
Yes,
And
right.
then for the preview to have her, or some nerd go, "I can't do anything." It's just like, okay, well, that's not fixed. That's
No,
literally the problem.
I know. I know. It is. I mean, when I'm looking at the cast, because I'm just looking at a whole, I think Maria was a great player. Tiffany was a badass. Having
Maria's
someone like,
5 feet tall.
yeah, she was,
Charlie and Q, who were the bigger challenge people on this season, are 5'8", 5'7".
yeah,
That's
damn,
insanity.
it is.
Like I
Uh,
was a midget on my season.
you
I'm
were,
5'8".
yeah, yep, but you were tiny.
Yeah,
Soda,
116 pounds. But guess what? I could swim, and I finished second and third in most challenges.
yes, I know you were. So let's do a little rundown. Soda, uh, you've met Soda, correct? Isn't
Yes,
she wonderful?
she was very nice. I feel Soda on another tribe is is a different play. I think her butting heads with Tevin
Yes.
was the beginning of the end for both of them.
Yep. Yep. Maria, obviously, fierce competitor, smart.
five
Um,
5 foot tall.
yeah.
So and overcame so much by being a child of immigrants who never threw hula hoops over telephone poles when she was a kid, like we all did in America. I
Yeah.
still will not forgive her for that.
Yes. We have
That is
Tim.
a very ridiculous statement on
That
behalf of
is.
Maria.
We are Tim Spicer, which I don't know if you
We will not be interviewing Tim. I don't even know who you're talking about.
yeah,
So
okay.
yeah, sorry,
Venus,
Tim, you don't make the cut.
Venus, who was my winner pick, was great.
Venus will be on the podcast.
Yeah, then we have Banu.
Banu, I we'll see. Banu, if enough people want it, I'm not. we're,
Yes,
we're getting there. As I would have cast Banu in a heartbeat.
yes, I
Yeah,
agree with you there. Tevin, who had the most kind of powerful introduction, like his confessional at the
the
episode
intro,
one.
yeah, the intro to
Yeah,
the
the intro
season.
was I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
Tevin
wow.
lives 2 hours from me and hasn't reached out. I'm good.
Okay. Randon was someone who got evacuated. I forget why.
Yeah, I don't care.
Uh,
Well,
then we
he was
have
in love with Venus. He has good taste, but still, we're good.
Ben in the overalls. Then
Yeah,
we have
as much as I've said about Ben, I am curious to hear what's in. I think I know.
yeah,
I think echoes, but I'm curious to hear what's in Ben's head and
yeah,
talk a little music.
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like we could probably talk more music than Survivor if we have Ben on, and
Oh yeah,
that's more than okay with me.
totally. I'm
Yeah.
100%
And
down.
for the record, when we have these people on for the post Survivor things, if you don't hear the word Survivor in the actual podcast, do not be surprised because once again, there's 30 other shows doing interviews with these people. They're going to ask them the same questions every single podcast.
Yep.
We're not.
Nope.
So yeah. So get ready. That's the podcast you're going to listen to over here.
And then we have Hunter McKnight. He was I think
He's a throwback. Once
it
again, like
was.
he is probably my least favorite type of Survivor player, but I want that player on every season. Like
Yeah.
that's the player. Like I liked him because I haven't seen that type of player. I mean, because we used to have one every time.
Yep.
I want to continue to have one every time, and I want to not like them.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah.
Like, give me somebody to not like.
Yep, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Heroes and villains. You
Yeah,
got
he's a hero. He's a hero on it. Like I'm surprised he didn't wear an America T-shirt.
Yeah, I know.
So, or Patagonia.
Yeah, yes.
Or an American Patagonia T-shirt.
Good old Liz Wilcox, who was
Or no, you know what? He's not he's one of those mountain gear, that other brand they always sell beside Patagonia.
Yeah,
He's that guy.
yeah.
He's a mountain gear
it's
guy.
the lower tier of yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
We'll ask. You know what? I want Hunter on, and I want to ask him and then we're gonna let him go.
Oh shit. Liz Wilcox, Applebee's number one.
I do want Liz on.
And then Tiffany, you were a badass.
She was, but she fell off so quick. I mean, like it was like I loved her and then nothing.
Yep, I agree with that. I agree. Then we had Jelinski. Good old Jelinski. Wow.
You know what? I would not. I would like to have Jelinski on.
Yeah.
But just to talk Vegas and slot, and like literally, and the word several. But other than that, nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jem.
I mean, what is he really going to add to a Survivor conversation? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Then we had Jem.
Pass.
And then Kenzie.
Wasn't Jim on the previous season? I think you're confused. I think she was on 45, Matt.
Kenzie Petty and Charlie Davis.
Yeah.
And Q. I forgot about Mariah. Oh shit, there was more. I'm scrolling through Mariah. Forgot about her.
Hard pass. Oh no, Mariah. No, remember Mariah and Tina or Liz, whichever you want to call them. They're the same person.
Oh, they are. They almost.
Okay, so we'll go with Liz.
Yeah, and then Jessica, Chong.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I do have some tea on Jessica.
You do?
Yeah.
Jessica Chong. What is it?
Yeah, she's the tea spiller for the season.
Really?
I got some tea, and I'm not gonna tell you who I got the tea from, but I will rat out the person that they got it from. And
oh my god!
Because the tea spiller for the season.
Holy shit!
So like no spoilers, but like at the finale, it's just like, and this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening. It's like, oh, really?
Do you know what the there was something
because I protect my source, but I don't protect my source's sources.
Yeah, of course. You just throw them under the bus.
No, I will throw my sources under the bus.
but Venus, who was my winner pick, she had some sort of social media back and forth with like there's your Venus.
I am ready.
What was this? What was this Empire State Building? Venus
called her out. It's just like, why are you showing up at the finale with an idol when you should have played it while you were in the game?
Oh, is that what it was?
Just throwing shade, and she was like, she goes, you're a boring old building that no one cares about. So
well,
the Empire State Building has done stuff for season 45. They did the
they put up this colors and shit like that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. So overall, new era. Looking at them, I think this is.
Can I just throw out one last thing because I feel like it's important?
Sure.
And I know they're watching.
Yes.
Some players from the new era are just irrelevant. Okay.
So overall, though, would you rate? I hate the word new era, but from new era seasons we've covered,
sure.
I enjoyed this season.
I enjoyed the merge on. I enjoyed Banu. It was a lot, but I enjoyed Banu to an extent. As I said, I thought it was just a lot. And I enjoyed post merge and much like 45, I enjoyed post merge a lot.
Yeah, right.
So it's just we just and I'm sure they're wonderful people, but not everyone should be on television.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so just I need more dynamic people. I need better looking, more dynamic people. I'm sorry. I watch TV to watch good looking people.
Yep. Well,
That's why Venus is the first person I cast to do a podcast with us afterwards.
oh, you're so funny. Well,
Venus might be getting her own podcast over here. Who's to
yeah,
say?
she might. I like, from what I've seen online, she seems totally cool.
She's fiery.
Yes.
Yes.
Kenzie, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Q, Charlie, and all the cast from Survivor 46. Welcome to this wonderful family of Survivor cast.
And fans, don't go by these people's work and bother them.
No.
just leave
definitely.
like get a cameo and go to a charity event. But stop going to these people's work. That's creepy. It's gross.
Yeah. These people have normal people with lives that don't want to be when they're on the clock.
Leave pregnant women alone. Okay, they got enough to worry about.
That's right.
They're trying to get out of a car without hitting the door beside them. Okay.
Yes.
Leave them alone.
So we will be bringing you coverage every week, whether it's an interview or some sort of Survivor-related podcast. And then before you know it, Jonny Fairplay, we're going to be prepping for cast assessments for season 47.
Oh, yeah.
Time just keeps on a rolling. So everyone listening, we love you. If you really enjoy what we do and you want more kind of really behind the scenes stuff that we talk about, we do that on our weekly Q&A where Jonny says the stuff he shouldn't say. And it's always a great time. We have a great Facebook group of patrons. It's just a really fun family vibe. So realitypatron.com. If you end up not liking it, then
I'll send your money back.
Yes, but you get a lot of cool stuff. And like I said, the community is great. And our favorite podcast that we do is a Q&A. So yeah, check it out, realitypatron.com. Best way to support the podcast. And wow, that's a wrap, dude. 46 is come and gone and off to 47. I can't believe it. So
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, be sure to tune in for all our different podcasts that we spoke about, the GOAT, the challenge, all that stuff on the Reality After Show. Jonny, we will see you next time. Hope everyone has a great Memorial Day. And cheers, everyone, and good night.